All right, here we go. I seen a picture of a meme of, I don't know what you'd call it, not a Grim Reaper, but like a ghost with a lantern. Has a cloak on. Seeing it was a pipe structure, and I wanted to recreate this, but I'm gonna make it a mixture between like the Grim Reaper, a Dementor from Harry Potter type situation. I don't really know how to explain it. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that two of these, one holding lanterns in opposite hands, one for each side of the driveway. One, I'm doing no welding required, very, very few tools. You don't even need a drill for the way I'm gonna do this first one. The second one's gonna be all welded, bent, you know, really a quick fabricated one. We're gonna wrap it, and you can use hardware cloth, heavy duty chicken wire. What I've got is a rabbit caging. It was cheaper for the same strength, that's all I need. So I'm gonna sculpt it around there, or actually just more tie it on there. I used my own body. I don't know if you can quite see this. I tried to most generally use my own body to get the general shapes I wanted for holding a lantern. A lot of these old pipes are old and rusty from old projects I've done. This was an old pipe clamp that I'm no longer using, a woodworker. You can still see the piece down here that I haven't taken off yet. But anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna do all this out. I've got some big concrete drive stakes to drop this down in when it's done, and I'm gonna have another one so the wind doesn't blow it. And the bonus, but wait, there's more. Right up here, I've got copper pipe caps. I've got a 5-way, 3/4 inch valve right here, not valve, but a 5-way. And I put copper in here because coming out of this, after Halloween's over, I'm gonna drop the black cape down, put a Santa Claus robe on it, a Krampus cloak, I guess we'll call it, and then some copper pipe coming up, and it'll go straight from Grim Reaper, Dementor, into Krampus, so you can go straight from October 1st all the way to Christmas with this decoration if you want. Yeah, you can be decorated right straight on through Thanksgiving. Those freaks that don't like to decorate before Thanksgiving, they're no fun. They're quite boring, actually. But yeah, let's get started here. The first one's gonna be no welding, and then I'm gonna make the other one match that I'm welding because I'm restricted to what you can order offline. I'm gonna try to have all the supply list. So if you can go one place and buy everything short of your pipes, this pipe I believe is 5 feet. So you can go to Home Depot, Lowe's, any of your hardware stores, buy a 10-foot section, cut it in half, and they'll rethread it so you'll have 2 5-footers there. And then you just pick up all the extra pieces or order all the extra from Amazon, get them shipped in, or you can even just take the list to go to the hardware store. But yeah, let's get rocking and rolling. Here it is. It's Halloween time. Let's do this. All right, I've measured down to get the lengths of the pipe. If I remember correctly how to use this, and it's been years, so I might screw this up, but the 45-degree mark's here. So that's where I'm gonna turn it around the other way when I go to do it. So I'm wanting that from there. So I'll get this linked in, 45-degree mark to where I'm at, and let's see if we can bend this without a cheater. Nope. All right, change of plans from where I welded this on earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. I went and bought a couple more pieces that I needed, but I'm gonna do a bolt together thing again. That way I can take this off. So we'll have the Gatekeepers, we'll have Krampus, or if you unscrew these after the season, you can turn this one into Jack Skellington. I'll show you a picture, probably, I guess I'll try to insert something like right here. But yeah, so take this off, the big tank will screw right down on here, switch it over to Jack Skellington. We'll have to change the structure of the frame just a little bit, or just a whole lot, doesn't matter. It looks like a quick, easy fix actually. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, knock this off and do that. Wow, hardware cloth, because I'm gonna do this one out in hardware cloth. It's the way you should do it, unless you've just got this scrap fencing laying around. This was rabbit fencing, I bought it. They didn't have hardware cloth in stock at the time, I don't know why. But yeah, here we are. Let's do it. I'm gonna run for parts. I'll be back. I'll get rolling in just a minute. Let me just poke mine out. All right, guys. Hopefully you can see what I'm getting ready to do here. I've got black Rit Dye and red Rit Dye. The black is for the Dementor Grim Reaper thing. The red's gonna be for the Krampus changeover. I've got my paint cloths all washed up, they're used. Hopefully they'll end up looking distressed. What I've got here, I've got a 5-gallon bucket of hot bathtub water, and you'll need it hotter than that, so I've got a big turkey fryer bucket thing getting ready to boil off. So I'm gonna add the hot water to each, add the salt, the dish liquid, the Rit Dye, the black and the red, because I don't need one for the red, so it's a smaller. And then I'll keep boiling water to top it off. Now, I didn't read far enough long to see how long I'm gonna soak it, but it's the end of the day here for me, so this stuff is gonna lay and dye overnight. And hopefully I can toss it a couple more times and make sure everything's getting an even dye. But I don't see what it hurts, so I'm just gonna roll with it and see what I can do. All right, you can see we're up to a rolling boil here. I don't know quite how hot we'll need it. What I didn't show you earlier, or didn't add in, I'm gonna add in some vinegar. And I've got, for the amount I'm doing, this supposedly isn't enough. I've got 4 things of Rit Dye here. Continue pouring the boiling water in until everything's submerged. Oof, careful. This step isn't exactly crucial, but I'm gonna take everything that has the zinc on it, all these shiny coatings from the new stuff I've bought, and I'm gonna soak it. Times vary. I'm not gonna be here overnight, so I'm just gonna let it soak overnight. Just submerge it, let it soak. Vinegar will do the rest to take it off, and then the paint will adhere a lot better. All right, here we go this morning. I'm gonna start with wrapping out. I got hardware cloth instead of this rabbit cage fencing. It was back in stock, and I wanted to switch it up and try it. My theory is this hardware cloth is gonna be a lot more durable. So this bends super easy, especially as you get into the bigger spacings. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to hardware cloth, and I'll let you know at the end what I actually recommend. Definitely not chicken wire. It'd be way too soft unless you go above and beyond. I'm gonna go ahead and let this arm run wild. It doesn't need to be cut off, the extra effort. It will just be in there. Might even be an extra place to help tie stuff. I'm gonna add the copper fittings, get all that tightened up for the Krampus horns later. And yeah, I need to wrap this project today, have it set up for a party this weekend. So I've got like 3 hours to do 6 hours worth of work as always. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it, and I'm gonna roll on and hit it just as hard as I can. All right, same as last time. Diameter you want times pi. Mine's coming out to about 5 foot, so I'm gonna stick with that so they match in diameter. If you're making this, if you're not gonna make your own cloaks, buy your costume first and see what your maximum width, that like a ghost face gown or a Dementor gown, something like that, bought would cover. I've got a lot of room to wiggle since I'm making my own out of paint tarts. Now if I go to buy other things and put on there, then I could be in trouble. I might not in trouble. I may have to redo it all. All right, cut this kind of in line with the neck coming up, but now I'm gonna make the shoulder rounding over. And that now seems like a good time to reach under and attach this to this pipe for structural support. All right, for the arm structure, I've got an 18-inch, that way it comes down to about a 6-inch arm. I'm just gonna make a cage with it, a round cage, that's all. Don't get over worried about making it perfectly round. We're gonna bend it, you're gonna sculpt it. It's all gonna come together at the very end. Crossing over these squares completely so that I have a place to tie wire them. Once you get the first one in, it starts going better. If you can see what I've done here, I've cut 24 inches, made it into a circle, tied it right here. Now I'm trying to pull the face over, so I'm gonna have to make some relief cuts here. Just guesstimating a lot of it. Yeah, that works, mostly. There we go. That's all I'm gonna do to seal up the end of this. I'm gonna tire wire this together and put it right back, probably with this point up, actually this time. That way it drapes over it like a pointy hood, maybe down so it's more rounded. I don't know, let's see how it looks. I'll make a decision on the fly. Here we go. Got this pulled up and around. It's gonna definitely take some cuts to get it back to where I need it. That worked out about perfect, putting that tie wire right there halfway. I'm not super worried about the look right now. So if I can collapse this down, it's just gonna help the cloak lay over it. There we go. Let's see if that'll do it. Explain what I've done here on this eye bolt, 1/4 inch coming through. I put an S hook, 12 inches of chain, which it may be adjusted later. Another S hook, and one of these candle lanterns, Walmart. So yeah, I'm just gonna paint the chains, everything black. Actually, everything facing outwards towards the end of everything. Anything that might be exposed, lower parts of the wire. And I don't know if you can see, but this wire, the hardware cloth, is way better than this rabbit wire I started with. But I'm here now. I'm gonna see how this one lasts the season. I've always got it right here in stock if I need to change something up. Tied off and ready for that party on Sunday, I think. And what I did here was I took 2 T's and a 12-inch piece to hopefully, this should get me out from underneath the netting, or the cloak. On the same side that the lantern is where I'm gonna have these coming out. And I'm gonna drive a stake, concrete stake into the ground. And then when I set these up, I'm gonna drive another one down, that way there's no movement. It's my theory that it'll work this way anyhow.